Just got done doing some tank maintenance. My nitrates are getting high, so I did a quick water change and wanted to show you guys my newest addition to my tank and give a quick little update. Let's check it out. This guy. I was kind of scared to get the anemone at first, just because I hear so many horror stories about them. But I just saw a really good deal on this online. On a local forum here in my area. Some lady was selling them. Hers had split, and so she was selling one of the halves for 25 bucks. And I've heard she called this a rose bubble tip. I've heard some other people call it a black widow anemone. And I guess you can tell that it's a black widow from the inside or the center of it. How it's darker with like the white lines. So I don't know. Let me know what you think down in the comments. But I've heard about 50-50 either way. This is either a rose tip or a black widow. I don't know. Either way, I think it's awesome. Acclimating it to the tank was kind of scary. I hung the bag inside my top of my tank using one of these things. I just did a drip acclimation for about 2 hours, and it like shriveled up into a little ball, and I thought that I had like killed it already before I even got it into my tank, really. But it turns out that that's just kind of what they do, I guess. I don't know. I originally put it up here at the very top, and you kind of have to hold them there to get them to stay. And you kind of held it on there with the foot facing down on the rock for like 45 seconds to a minute, kind of firmly, not too firm, but firmly enough for it to stay put, and it attached. And so it stayed there like a ball for a couple hours, and I ended up having to leave. And when I came back, it was fully open. So then, oh, and also it was over to the right, kind of by where my moon coral is, by like 3 or 4 inches. And so then it slowly just kind of made its way down, walked all over my war coral. I'm sure it stung the crap out of that. And it's been sitting right here ever since. Once it got down to this little ledge, my clowns would check it out. They'd go back and forth. Wouldn't really get in it, but they would check it out. And then all of a sudden, one of them just kind of hopped in it. And, oh, actually, you know what? I'm lying. So it was about right above my war coral at first. And that was when my clowns very first hopped in it. And then it was like partially attached to the rock and part of the foot wasn't attached. And I actually have some footage that I'm going to show you guys. But my clowns were trying to detach it. And I did a little bit of research, and I guess if they don't like where an anemone is, they'll actually try to encourage it to detach from its location and get it to move until it's at a location that they like. After they detached it, I had to grab it and I reattached it in the same place because I wasn't sure what was going on. And then the anemone actually reattached and then moved down a little lower to where it's at right now. And so it's kind of perched. See if I can get a clear shot. But it's kind of perched on the ledge. So it's kind of cool how and it's kind of cool how it just sits there, but it's been sitting there for like 5 or 6 days now I've had it. And my clowns have not been happier. It's funny, the progression of my clowns. When I first got my first clown, it would swim right here in the corner. And it was like it was hosting the corner, like an idiot. And then I went to the fish store and got a smaller clown. And as soon as I put that clown in the water, they instantly just almost like paired right away. They didn't have any harm to each other, no violent actions towards one another. It was like instant best friends. And now when I got the anemone in here, they seriously are just like in clownfish heaven, which is sweet. It makes me happy. And they never leave this thing. They'll come out here and there, but they'll always swim back to it. What I noticed last night was the first time I fed them and tried to feed the anemone, but I noticed that they actually would take the food and bring it back to the anemone, which was really cool to see that happen. So they're taking to it really well. I upgraded my light. Found a good deal for the Kessil A150W. This is actually a sky blue, which I'm a fan of. I like the ocean blues and the tuna blues for like nighttime and stuff like that, but it's just a little too dark for my taste personally. But this is a good balance in between. I'll probably, I'm planning on upgrading to a 50-gallon cube. So when I upgrade to that, I'll probably end up getting the 160, which has complete customization of the spectrums. So, but anyways, I want to give you guys an update of my tank, just so you can kind of see it, and I'm gonna leave you with some shots of it. Check it out.